Hey everyone, as our channel gets bigger, instead of going to Patreon or anything like that, I have a little bit of a different idea. If you guys would like to support our channel and you live in Australia, click the link below, as I've started selling some World War II replica knives. A World War II replica Bowie knife. This is a combat Bowie knife. I designed this a little bit longer than the normal combat Bowie knife that they had back then, so that you can kill pigs with it. It's a great pigging knife. Okay, I've got a beautiful leather sheath, and this is a carbon steel blade. Have a look at the listing and you'll see exactly how long it is. It's got an encapsulated tang. There's only a small number of these, so jump in if you want to grab one. I know we only have a small channel, but this will be really helpful if you like knives and you want to help us out. Grab one of these. The other one I have is a World War II combat trench knife, also designed longer, so it's great for pig hunting. Really, really nice. This is a different full tang design. This is a replica of a World War II knife as well. If you would like to support us, go ahead and grab one of these if you're in Australia. These are really awesome, capable knives for hunting, for camping, for anything you would like to use it for. We've got the Australian Combat Bowie and the Australian Combat Trench Knife. Help us out. Thanks so much. Hey everyone, this is Counterfeit Christianity and I'm Ben. Normally Sam and I do a video each week together, but at the moment he's not able to film with me just for a few weeks, but after that we'll be back as usual. But so hopefully you can sort of put up with my incoherent ramblings sometimes. As we've said before on the channel, Sam is pretty good at translating some of the things that I say. Sometimes I struggle with getting my point across, but that's okay. Hopefully it'll be okay. Hopefully people will watch this. Hopefully something good will come of it. Yeah, I was just driving today, just picking my son up from his friend's house, and I was thinking about this idea of legalism again. I know we've talked about it on the channel here before, but it's really interesting to me, this idea of legalism. And I don't know, but I think my generation and younger are really starting to get sick of it. We're not just sick of it in everyday life, with how evil the government is and how we're discovering how evil all of our churches and Christianity really is, and how they're just trying to control and separate us from the living God. That's the Christian church side of things, but in general in the world too. I made a video before where I talked about how everything that we have grown up with is basically a lie, and it's sort of along the same idea, the same premise as that. And I want to poke a little bit more at them, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about it too, because I know that the people that watch this channel are paying attention to the world and are seeing things the way that it's actually happening rather than what they're being told is happening. The people who advocate against themselves, I've noticed that quite a lot in our society, especially in Australian culture. I don't know much about others. Like I said, I have mentioned before that I lived in Thailand for a really long time. I was there for 20 years, and I do understand that the Thai culture is quite different. There's some good things, some bad things. Like in Australian culture, there's some good things, not very many, but and a lot of bad things. Yeah, I've noticed that in Australia, people don't like advocating for themselves. They would rather be told what to do and say, yes, sir, how deep do you want me to push it up my ass, sir, than think for themselves, or even just stand out in front of other people and say, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, no is a powerful word. It means it's quite powerful. So you can just say no, but people don't want to do that. They'd rather just say yes and hurt themselves, be hurt by others, and just keep on taking it deeper and deeper. But that's what I've noticed is Australian culture, and it's kind of sad because I see the way that it's Australia as a country is being absolutely ripped to shreds by legalism. This idea of legalism I've thought of many times in different places and in different ways, but one of the things that I do understand, since I read the book Return of the Gods by Jonathan Cahn, it helped me. It was one of those big changing moments in my life where I understood sort of a lot more about what the world is and how it has been taken over from its original design from God. Everything in this world is owned and run by the demons. One of the Christian lies that we're told is that God runs the world and owns the world. He doesn't. He is only with those who choose to be with him. And even that's a really, really hard thing to do. But every other system in this world is evil and demonic. So like we've got the police, we've got the military, we've got government service. So that's one of the questions I would like to put to people. I can't understand why anybody would want to be in the police service in Australia anymore, or they would want to be military, because of how corrupt our governments are, how they have nothing to do with the human beings that are living in Australia. They're there to exploit and destroy. That's what they're all there for. It's pretty obvious with how much crime and stuff is going on. Like I live in a really quiet area, and there's so many meth heads running around just causing havoc, starting fights in the street. And if you ask a police officer for help, they'll tell you to fuck off. They don't do anything to help the human beings in this country. So I wonder what it is that would compel a human to become a police officer nowadays, where they know it's pretty damn obvious that they're not for the people. And then the same idea is for the military. Why would you want to give up your life and give up freedom of choice, your body, for a government that despises you? I don't understand that at all. When I was younger, I'm glad that I have mentioned this before, but when I was younger, God protected me from that, because I liked that idea. My grandfather fought in Papua New Guinea, and he told me some really horrific stories about what happened there. But I'm pretty sure that was just a big game twisted up by the demons to kill more humans. But it sort of felt more honorable back in those days to be a soldier, or to be working together for the good of the country. Now it doesn't feel like that at all. We're being overrun and we're being taken over by evil. And so there's a couple of questions that I have, maybe some people who are watching could answer. How could you give your life for something that is so evil? Like specifically police and military, because we know now that the Australian military is not to protect Australians. It's to go out there and cause havoc in other countries and destroy other people's lives and take from them. It's not what it used to be. It's just there to kill and destroy as many lives as possible. Because I have thought about legalism, and I see legalism very, very clearly in so many Australian people. They revel in the idea of other people getting in trouble by the law. They love it. So many of these NPC Australians, they love it when other people get in trouble. The idea that we're human beings trying to survive on the same place, the same problems, doesn't really make sense to a lot of people anymore. They laugh at other people for getting in trouble with the law, or getting a ticket for something. Oh, that'll teach you for speeding. It's like, it's such an evil, legalistic way to look at the world. But that's almost everybody here. Almost everybody. I don't really know many people that are outside of that who are in this to have a relationship with other humans. And the other thing I think about with legalism is from my own personal experience with demons and other people who have had conversations with demons and cast them out of people and stuff like that. Demons are extremely legalistic. For me, that seems pretty obvious that the world has been overtaken by these demons now. Like it talks about in the book, The Return of the Gods. They are really coming into our society and our world and taking over every aspect of it. Like the Christianity and churches have been taken over by demons long ago, because they are so legalistic and so unrelational and so religious and so anti-human. So those are the sort of the questions and the things that I've been thinking about, specifically about legalism today. So I'd love to hear your comments and thoughts, what you think about it. I feel free from this now. In the past, I was frightened by it and angered, and my anger, sometimes it's righteous, sometimes it's not. A lot of the time my anger comes from being fearful, and I'm not afraid of it anymore, because I know I am with God. I am actually with the true living God, not another demon or another God that's masquerading as the true living God like the Christians worship. But I'm free because I get to be with him, and no matter what happens, I'll just continuously be with him and my family as I'm leading them along that journey of being with him, instead of being with a religion or in a religion or a Bible worshiper or whatever else you want to call it. We've mentioned it so many different times on this channel. But yeah, that's how I feel now. I'm not afraid. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it, whatever happens. But anyway, that's where I'm at today, just with those thoughts. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you have to say, what you think about it. And yeah, I'm getting really sick of legalism. I'm getting sick of the way that we have been given these rules and laws and forced upon us. And yeah, I'd rather just be with God. I reckon God's an anarchist. He wants us to be with him. An anarchist in the way of the world. We don't need kings. We don't need queens. We don't need governments. We just need to be with him and be with each other. I really despise this system that I was brought up in. And I would love it to fall apart and burn up. But it probably won't, because it's under control by the demons. And the only thing that isn't is those who are with God. And I'm glad to be one of those. So yeah, leave us your thoughts and comments, and subscribe, all that sort of good stuff. Really appreciate you guys. See you later.